Hello, my people. Hello, how are you? Merry Christmas. Okay, Christmas is already past, so I don't know, but we're still in that holiday moodish. So I don't know if people still say Merry Christmas, even if Christmas has passed. Anyway, how have you been? What are you grateful for? Because for me, I'm grateful for health. Because let me tell you mine. Okay, so if you're a Kenyan, you understand me when I use these whatever these phrase of let me tell you mine. It's very common. So anyway, uh my my holiday has been a bit weird, not the normal one, because we are used of when it's holiday, you have to celebrate, you have to eat, and holidays, and I don't know if it is anywhere or just in Kenya. If you're talking about holiday, it's all about eating, eating, eating. But now imagine it's holiday season and you're not able to eat because your mouth has just refuses. Like my mouth, it got mouth sores on the upper side, and so eating for the last 5 days has been nearest to impossible. The only thing that like today has been able to go through my mouth is a piece of bread dipped in warm tea. You see that milk tea, you put water, milk, you mix milk and water, and you put maybe chocolate or soya, and then you stir it, and now you dip the bread. I'm putting them in the plate. I pour the milk in the plate, and I drink, and I put the bread there, and then I cut it into small pieces. Now that's when the only time it can go through this mouth. The mouth you are seeing right now I'm using to talk. So one thing I'm grateful for right now is being able to do this, because there are some things that we take for granted. Like, do you know when your mouth is not okay, you're not even able to talk? Like, just by the time you're opening the mouth and cold air gets in, it's a nightmare. It's so painful. And that has been my story for the last 5 days. So the first 2 3 days, the first day it started as a cold, a very bad cold. You see that cold where your nose is blocking with mucus, heavy mucus and all that. So that was me the first 2 days, and I used a lot of handkerchiefs and towel and all that. And today is the day when I've been able to do washing, because I was not able to. My body didn't have the strength. I don't know if you can see my eyes. My eyes have a tale to tell. They can tell you they have been through a lot. Yeah, so can you imagine, it's already season, you are not able to talk, meaning you can't even take the phone to call anybody. You even don't, you are praying to God, please God, do not let anybody call that phone, because they think I'm assuming them, and I didn't want to do that. And the first time I realized that I'm really sick is because those 3 days, do you imagine you get into the house, you drop the phone wherever you drop it, and you pick it in the morning, or maybe later, like the other day in the morning. Yeah, that has been my story. Because you get into the house, you are so in so much pain that you even don't remember, like, you usually use phone. You're a phone addict, but pain makes you realize, like, uh, some of these things which we are so addicted to do not matter. Like, I'm this person, if I'm not on my phone, I'm on YouTube. I immediately I get into the house, I put the TV on, and then I go, and maybe I try searching on something on YouTube, and I watch it. Maybe, yeah, mostly I follow some people. But now, can you imagine that? I don't want to see that right that usually emitted by the TV. I do not want to see it. So you know how terrible this thing was. Yeah, but I thank God, Alhamdulillah. Today I'm okay. I woke up feeling great. Like yesterday, I thought that now because it's holiday and I'm at home, I'll be able to do ABCD in the house, blah blah blah, and even maybe if I can manage, I go and I go for swimming because I love swimming, because I always feel like it helps me relieve tension uh, that has been built up in my body. But that never happened. The only thing that I managed to do, I cleaned up my house, washing. I cleaned up my house, mopping and all that. That's the only thing that, because the only reason I did that is because I felt that, because I couldn't, you see, like right now, see, this is something which I'm doing today and I did from last night, but it's something which I've not been able to do for the last 4 days. Let me say 4 days, but usually it's like 3.5 days, because I didn't want that cow pepper. And it's that cold, that wind that's blown by the fan. And in Mombasa right now, it's so hot. And imagine it's hot and you can't put the fan on. So I would sleep on the floor. Like yesterday, I would drop myself in the floor. But now I would breathe some dust. And whenever I breathe dust, my nose always clogs. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm the only one. I will clog, my nose will clog up, and I don't know, it will affect me. I'll start sneezing, and it will give me a cold. And imagine I'm struggling with getting out of that space. So what I did now, when I noticed that there's some dust which had collected itself in the house, I had to clean the house first if I want to sleep on the floor. So that's why I had to pull myself and push myself to wash yesterday. But I thank God I've been able to do laundry today. I've washed my clothes, which for 2 weeks I had not washed her. And imagine, let me show you. You see, can you see that sufuria, that aluminum sufuria? For the last 3-4 days, it was on that sink. It was there. Reason being, the first day I came home and I was in so much. The cold had affected me so much. I boiled up some concoction. I boiled up ginger. I boiled up like so many things. Mint. Can I remember? Pepper. The pepper. I put even black seed. I tried to put so many things, and I took that concoction, and I think it helped me, because I didn't want to take medication at the beginning. Yeah, so I drank that on the first day, and then on the second day at work I made a mistake. I decided to put salt on those sores, and that was around three thereabout. And let me tell you, Mina, I felt so much pain. I was in so much pain. It is like I had triggered something, and my right ear began aching. My neck, the right side of my neck, was aching so terribly. And eventually I had to close and come home, and I came home around 4 p.m. I had to close and come home because I was in so much pain. Reason, I had put salt. So the following day I went to see a medic, and he told me that I wasn't supposed to put salt. So after being checked, let me tell you why Mombasa. Sweat got into my eyes. Sweat got into my eyes, and I could eat with the stand. I'm sorry. And yeah, something else. So after sweat getting into my eyes, I could not withstand. Yeah, that's me. After washing my face, because sweat got into my eyes and it became so I don't know, irritation of the sweat. Now I was talking about what? Remind me. Yeah, I put salt. who told me that I'm supposed to put, like, I don't know, in the wrong time ago when I was in the village, when you would have sour, when you would have maybe mouth ulcers and all that, we used to put salt and maybe sugar in water, in warm water, and then you gargle. You put it in your mouth and you gargle. So I thought to myself, better now. So yeah, I was saying visa. So when you used to be in the village and you'd have mouth ulcers, you would put water, salt, and maybe sometimes sugar, but mostly it would be you take salt and put in some water and then some warm water, and then you gargle and it would help. But so I told myself, now why don't you just take salt and you put it direct there? Oh my god, you put it direct there. That is the worst mistake that I did, because for me, I thought those are just normal sours, and by the way, those normal sours, when you do that, by the next day you'd wake up and you'll be okay. That's what I told myself. So immediately I do this, I'll be okay. But imagine, after doing that, this is the third day, and I'm still not yet healed. So what does that tell you? It tells you that they are not normal. Or I don't know, maybe it's because of age, or I don't know why. Because I thought, because I've been taking medication, let me show you something which I also have been applying. This so I've been applying that gel on those sours, and it's what I've been using, and I don't know if it has been helping me, because sometimes when I apply it when I apply it for those for like 10-20 minutes, I'm usually in so much pain, and then after there it cools down. So I don't know if it has been helping me or it has been making things worse, but that's what I've been using, plus painkillers. But what I've been through, I would not wish it even on my worst enemy. Also, although I don't have enemies, but I would not wish it on anybody. My only enemy is the devil, and my other enemy is fear, and fear is the devil. So anyway, that has been my holiday. So this is me. So he was just from doing laundry, washing clothes, because I told you I have an assistant who does the half job, and I do the job of rinsing and removing the dirty water from those clothes, and putting the clothes into the clean water and rinsing them and hanging them on the line. So that's what my work does. So mostly I don't wash on weekly basis. Mostly I wash on fortnight, like after 2 weeks. That's how I make it, because I find that it's easier for me, because it's just my clothes. And because when you say you wash on weekly basis, the clothes are very few, and I feel like it's wastage of detergent. But now when I do like a 2-week washing, yeah, so I feel like it's well deserving. Anyway, so before making this video, remember as I had mentioned earlier, I decided to start Vlogmas, but because of circumstances I was not being able to do them, and I had recorded so many videos, like those small videos which you feel like they do not deserve to be uploaded, and so you finish up on that. So here I am thinking, now okay, like now let me make it this clear. This, if you know, this sound is not matching up with the mouth, is because I don't know, I had recorded and then I noted that the microphone it's like I had not synced it up. I don't know what happened, but it was not recording as it's supposed to record. Yeah, because it's supposed to, the volume was very down, and I don't know why. So that's why, like right now even I'm recording this, but it's a matter of testing, because it's something new to me. Yeah, so that's now is when I'm training myself. So this something which I had recorded earlier on. I had these butternut seeds. I had eaten a butternut and then I dried up the seeds, and then I decided to plant these seeds on 2 different containers, but one was a bit high and a bit hidden from the other one. And now, because of the circumstance of the sunlight, them getting sunlight, because these are the factors that can affect plants, and especially the sunlight, it can affect it and determine the height. Now I realize that one is longer than the other one. You see, like this one is shorter than the other one. You see, the other one is long than it, and it made me realize that people can get born the same day, but because of factors which affected them, you find that one person is thriving than the other. So you should not compare yourself, because there are factors which determine for you to be where you are, So that's an analogy that maybe I love for us today to learn from. And also, like me, this is me trying to do another video, like vlogging in the streets, and these things, they're not easy. As a beginner, you keep on trying, you keep on giving it a try. You find yourself, you are so nervous, you don't know if you're doing the right thing. You don't have the courage. But I would not I felt like I just needed to share the beauty, like, of Mombasa town at night. This part of what I see on daily basis, like at night, this festive season. And you can see it's beautiful. Our city is beautiful, thanks to the people who are doing this. Okay, who I cannot tell. And happy holidays. You see, when we have a banner for happy holidays. Yeah, so I recorded this before going to the nail salon. Is it a nail parlor to have my nails done? And I also got to take some photos. Yeah, but happy holidays, everyone. Happy holidays. Let me wish you a happy holidays. And remember my analogy from the thing that we can learn from the plants which I showed you. Let's be people who are not comparing ourselves with the other. Being born the same day, having the same age, does not make us equal. We cannot be equal. And for humans, we say the grace differs. And seasons differ. My season and yours are not the same. And like, you can see those plants that were affected because of sunlight, and this made one to flourish and become tall, and yet they were planted the same day. They usually watered the same amount of water on daily basis, but just because of sunlight, exposure to sunlight, you find that one is taller than the other. That tells you that circumstances and exposure makes people different. Exposure is what differentiates people. And the fact that, like, I saw this video of a kid, I don't know if I can be able to share it with you. And this kid has been exposed since he was very young, because one of the parent is a driver who does this, not safari rally, but he drives these small cars. I don't know what they are called. I'm not into that. But now this boy has been so exposed to his father's line of work, and he drives like all kind of vehicles. Like me, I struggle. Like, I don't know, this is the last video I made of me struggling to drive a car. Me, over 30 years of age, and I'm struggling on the road. And this boy, he's so small. Even he's not yet 5 years old, but he's driving huge vehicles and bikes and all that. And it's all about exposure, man. It's all about exposure. Yeah, exposure does things to people which makes them different, you know. Like for example, you may find that this kid who's been brought up with, exposed to all kind of things, they grow up with all this confidence, and they grow up with all these how do I call it, richness of things, of knowledge. Like they have knowledge of so many things, and you cannot compare this kid with another kid who never got all this, you know. So my encouragement to us all, don't compare yourself. Be content with where you are. Be grateful with whatever you have, and let's be appreciative, and you know, be grateful for the moment. And because the moment you try to compare yourself, please understand, your stories differ and your exposure differs, and seasons differ, because when your season arrives, trust me, nobody will ever catch you. It's your time. So let's be grateful, count our blessings, and just be happy at the spacing where God has placed us. Yeah, because there is a reason you are not born as that person. So do not compare, never ever compare.